Well, I thought freaking what's his face is dead.
Robin Williams?
No, he is dead, Tim.
He's for
You
sure
know
dead.
he's
on
dead,
the
right?
Celebrity Island.
That's
You
his
think there's a
conspiracy.
celebrity
No,
island?
I
it does.
do. So this conspiracy I have is that all the celebrities that have died, Marilyn Monroe, what's his face? Robin Williams. Who else?
Is Tupac on that list?
Sure. Yeah. Who else?
I don't know.
Who else? I feel like I said other ones. Oh, Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Christopher Plummer.
I think you mean Chris Farley.
Chris Farley too.
Who's Chris Plummer?
Chris Plummer is he is
Yeah, who's Chris Plummer?
Chris
That's not
Plummer,
the guy from the
Sound of
driving.
Music.
Oh.
He's Captain Von Trapp.
Well, he was
Sound of
he'd be
Music.
old, dude.
Sound of Music was like 1950.
But he could also be alive on that island. Who knows what technology that keep going.
That's true.
Wait, there was another one.
Okay, we get the
well,
concept.
like what's her face?
Amy Winehouse.
That's what I was gonna say. Amy
I knew
Winehouse.
that's who you were thinking.
Yeah, all those people that died. Jimi Hendrix.
Oh,
Oh.
Mac Miller? No.
Oh no. Well, yeah, I would hope he'd be alive there. What's River Phoenix? You know, all those famous people that died in weird ways or tragically.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah.
I don't know if Kurt Cobain could be on the list.
Why?
It's
Did he do
just
something bad?
no. It's
He's
just
not
the
a
way.
celebrity.
It's just the way that he passed. I don't know if it's possible to be on this conspiracy. But go on. Continue.
What about what's his face? That guy that passed in the jacuzzi. Matthew Perry.
Oh,
There's a lot of conspiracies around him.
I have. Have you seen all that? Like his Instagram stuff.
Yeah,
That's
With the
Scary.
Batman and all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm just saying, I think there's an island somewhere. And there are famous people alive in it. And who knows? Tim and I could be found after this. If this posts and then it's true.
we
if-
might visit them.
If we're not alive anymore, it's because we were right.
So here's the thing. Make us famous for this podcast. So famous that they will kill us and then we will go to this island.
Tim, what? No. I don't
That
want
way
to
we
die.
can be but we'd be a
wanna
celebrity
fake
living on
die.
that. You don't want to live with Christopher Plummer?
No. Unless
right.
does he sing Edelweiss?
Yes.
Only if he sang it to me.
You would have to sing it to him because he's eating oatmeal now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into the episode. Season 1, episode 20.
Gotta love it.
What's the name?
Ervin Smith, the one and
Ooh.
only.
At least it doesn't come with ASMR like the last one.
What?
The last one was Bite, remember?
Yeah, because I was biting in it.
Yeah, Tim, don't do that.
I miss those days.
No.
For me, that was an hour ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Episode 20.
glad that you guys are enjoying the Discord. It's been real fun chatting with you all.
Yep.
All
All of you.
of you.
That could be 2 people or more.
Yep. If not, the 2 people
It's
are me and
popping
Leah
in there,
and
I
maybe
swear.
AJ.
It's a party.
GIFs going wild. People sending photos of their pets.
No, don't. No.
I thought it was Attack on Titan.
Just Attack on Titan. That was a joke.
That was a
Don't
joke.
send photos of your pets. We don't want that, I guess.
Unless they're cute
Unless
dogs.
they're cute. But if they're not,
But
don't
if they're
send them.
ugly, no thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay. So, Ervin Smith, we start right off. The female Titan is terrified.
Yeah, her eyes are crazy.
So
they
now-
also have spears in them.
Yeah.
So-
she's literally got some like toothpicks sticking out of those
Yeah, I didn't like that.
eyeballs.
And her butt. She gets shot in the butt.
Gets shot in the butt and then it like
Doesn't
tugs,
Hanji
too. Yeah,
do
and
that?
she's like,
Hanji.
you're starting to heal, so now it only makes your joints more tight. And I'm like, Okay.
Okay, Hanji. Random.
Random. Classic. So now we go to Aaron. He realizes that this female Titan is likely intelligent. He's a slow mover, but that's okay. We respect
We're aware
that.
of that.
We found that out
Is he just now figuring
4
this
episodes
out?
ago. I think
Is he
so. He's like,
acting
so
like-
you're saying that Titan is an intelligent Titan?
You're like, seriously,
And then
where have
they're
you
all
been,
like, yeah.
Aaron? Where have you been?
And so then he's like, and it's an intelligent Titan, and Erwin planned this capture to capture her. The squad says to keep going because he's just thinking in his head, like as they're still riding through to get to their little hideaway in the trees.
So the whole reason that Levi was keeping this from everyone was so that maybe the female Titan wouldn't realize that it was a trap,
Yeah.
because they would make it obvious that no one would be fighting it or trying to kill it.
No. I think they get into it as to why they don't know. People don't know the plan.
Okay, well, I think that's valid too.
Yeah.
Because
I kind of
no
didn't
one would
track.
no one would try to kill the female Titan if they knew that they were they wouldn't risk their lives to be killed if they knew that they were going
If the
for her
point
to be
was-
captured. So he couldn't tell anyone because
They
people
have
had
to
to-
keep up the act.
they had to keep up the act, even
I
though it
think
meant literally
that's
dying.
definitely a good plus for the plan, but I don't think that's the
Never
main
s-
reason.
strictly said.
No, they have other reasons.
Okay.
So second and third wave to fire because Erwin is like, we can't be too sure. So let's continue to tie this female Titan down. Which, hey, props to him for like double crossing his T's and double dotting his I's. And double checking his list.
Checking it twice.
Checking it twice. So Titans are starting to climb the trees. Oh, before we get there, there is one Titan in this episode that is literally like, I'm not even gonna act it out. Grasping at
Why
the
would
tree
you act it out, Tim?
for the YouTube viewers.
No.
It improves
we don't
the
want that.
ratings.
No.
No,
with-
it's like a Titan like essentially like humping a tree. But it's not really. He's just
What's
like
up with-
trying to climb it.
What's up with all these background Titans doing weird stuff?
Doing weird stuff. But so they're starting to climb trees to get the scouts on the perimeter of the forest tree line.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the like scouts, so Mikasa, Sasha, Reiner, Bertold, Johnny Boy, Armin, all of them are like, what is happening? What is this cannon fire? Armin says that Titans can evidently learn since this Titan is literally like climbing a tree, like wedging himself between two trees and spider. I don't know what you would call that. American Ninja Warrioring.
Is that a verb?
That's like one of the obstacles, right?
Yeah, like a.
Going up between walls?
Yeah.
I just think of Emperor's New Groove, but you know.
Oh, that's better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Duh. Come on.
And so Jean realizes that this was all a capture. This was all a plan to capture the female Titan, and thus, like, this was all Erwin's doing. It's kind of going back and forth between this conversation with Jean and
that
Armin.
that was between the people outside of the forest.
Yeah.
So they're just realizing, like, oh, this was all a plan
Well,
to do that.
Jean and Armin are kind of having this discussion.
Gotcha.
About it. I don't think everyone's talking
Gotcha.
this way. But then it's going back and forth between Jean and Armin, and then Aaron and the squad. It's funny, what we actually didn't say is like last episode, and like all the squad leaders or the squad, Levi squad is saying, you gotta trust us, but they like don't know what's going on. And then they capture the female Titan, and then they all exchange looks of
we
like,
didn't say that.
that's what it was for. Like, that's why we were doing this.
They're
And
like-
they're like, don't you ever doubt the scouts again, Aaron, you little snot-nosed brat. I'm like, you didn't even know what what was
literally,
going on.
they were like pooping their pants. They were so scared, and then they tell Aaron, "Told you so." Like
never trust the scout. Or
they were
never
so
doubt the scout.
scared.
Yeah, I was like, what? You guys literally were just as clueless as him.
Yeah,
But I guess they went in faith and whatever.
yeah.
So there's this whole conversation that is shared in the manga that is not shared in the
Ooh,
in
inside
the
scoop.
anime. So manga special right here. Anime dropped the ball on this one.
Whoa. Don't offend anyone.
No, they dropped the ball. So we have Jean and Armin talking. And so Jean is saying that we lured that female Titan here so we could capture it, I bet. That's the only reason I can think of for why they only told certain soldiers about this operation. But does that mean there are humans in our ranks who are trying to destroy the walls? Armin says, yes, I think so. I think the commander is certain of that. Aaron's existence suggests that humans may be controlling the Titans. So if we assume that the Titans trying to destroy the walls are humans and that they're inside the walls, then the first thing we must do is identify them to prevent any further damage to the walls. Furthermore, if we could capture them, we might expect to gain information that the Survey Corps has longed for, the truth behind this world. Jean says, those sounds mean she's fallen into the trap with Aaron as bait, huh? But how was the commander so sure that Titans would come after Aaron if he went outside the walls? Armin says, I think it's because their latest incursion didn't completely destroy the wall. For some reason, they suddenly halted their attack. Surely their objective would have been to destroy the inner gate of Wall Rose. They stopped for a reason. They did nothing when the gate they had gone so much trouble to destroy was repaired. Perhaps something diverted their attention. Something else that happened at the time, something more important than destroying the wall. The only thing I can think of would be Aaron turning into a Titan and going on a rampage. And then John basically then says, so you're saying that one of the people who were watching is a spy? Like, this is a big conversation that like is essentially saying one of our close comrades who witnessed Aaron becoming a Titan is a spy, like aiding to kill humanity, essentially. This isn't talked about at all in the anime.
That would give away too much,
I know.
Tim.
That's why
that would give it all away. They need some suspense.
Yeah.
Or like you piecing it together, or just more things developing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But I was reading that and I was like, whoa, what the heck?
What,
They're
like,
going
this,
off
like-
on it. This isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. Not yet. So anyways, I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Aaron's continually confused as to why the squad didn't know. And he's like, I feel like they don't trust you. And they're like, what? Yeah, they trust us. And then Eld is like, actually, no, they don't. And
Actually, you're wrong.
And then he's like, so Eld and Jean are like both kind of having a same conversation, but like to different, to Armin and then to Aaron and the crew. The survivors of 5 years ago must have been on the inside of this plan and operation. So the spy probably also killed Sonny and Bean. They all got asked who the enemy was by Erwin, and none of them responded in the proper way, except Oro says that he knew the proper answer, but just withheld it.
Classic
Oreo. That's what it autocorrects to on my I have to like intentionally translate to Oro every time.
It's Oreo.
Yeah, it's Oreo. Oreo is pompous, of course, is what I wrote. Aaron is hopeful that we will learn what Titans are about, but was it worth all the deaths to find the truth? Dang. We'll talk about that later in spoilers.
True.
Any comments?
No.
I'm just spitting some facts here.
Yeah, you're spitting hard.
I'll keep spitting then.
No,
Eld
stop.
asks if he thinks Erwin. You can't give me a platform like that. I abuse it.
You're making AJ regret keeping your mic on.
He's gonna be like, mute.
I can mute that easily.
Bleep.
No,
Bleep.
please. Eld asks if he thinks Erwin was correct in this. Jean believes that we should have known. Armin knows that it was necessary to keep the truth hidden from everyone.
Yeah.
And he says that hindsight is 20/20. Erwin made the right call. Eld tells Aaron, there's a reason why we trust Erwin. Just wait and see. He accepts the burden of doing the unspeakable. And in order to rise above monsters, we must abandon our humanity. Is something that Armin says.
That's good.
Which is true. It's truth.
It's true.
Yeah, I think they share it in different ways, and he like thinks of like Pixis and a bunch of other key figures like Darius Zachary of like, in order to make the hard choice, you need to sacrifice something, you know.
Yeah.
And so Erwin just decided that this was, when it came to saving the humanity inside the walls or killing 100 soldiers, like,
yeah,
you have to kill the 100 soldiers. You don't have to. A lesser man wouldn't have, but Daddy Erwin slaughters them.
Slaughters his own men.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't that many. It wasn't 100.
Well, yeah. According to us, it was like 16, right? Because didn't we do
What?
like 11 and then 7? 18 kills.
No, it was 7, 10. Yeah, 17.
Yeah. So it wasn't 100.
17.
Let's calm down.
No,
We saw every death.
19.
No,
I don't know.
There was a lot of deaths that we didn't see.
There was a lot. But anyway, all this to say that things are going to change real quick in this episode.
Yeah.
And backfire.
For reals. And so I think last episode you were talking about how they made the little catapult skewers.
Yes.
Infograph time.
Oh, great.
A newly developed scout regiment weapon intended for restraining a particular Titan. Casks are fitted with 7 steel gun barrels, each of which house a coiled wire with an arrowhead at both ends. And then boom.
I want to know the mechanics though, because like it's wood and there's a wire. Are all the wires like connected to a tree?
What?
The wires that are holding the spears. What are they connected to? The wooden things on the ground?
Yeah.
No, she'd be able to just toss those.
But there's so many of them.
She'd be able to toss them.
Well, maybe they're like dug into the ground. Let me look up.
Yeah, maybe they
art.
need to be dug into the ground or wrapped or like tied to a tree. That makes sense to me. Just thinking logically.
Yeah, I feel like they're stuck to her, but then also connected to something else, or
They
it
gotta be-
wraps around.
Or in the ground, something. Can't just be on those wheeled barrels with the spheres.
Yeah,
Just
you're right
saying.
about that. They don't talk about it. Actually, I think that there is an infograph.
Seems like there
in
needs
here.
to be another infograph.
A plot hole.
Erwin is so stupid.
How dare you?
Well, this is a joke because Erwin and Isayama are the same, right?
I think so.
Isn't everyone in Isayama the same since he created everyone?
So I don't know. It does look like they're just sitting on the ground.
That is a major plot hole.
Who's the mechanic?
Logically, doesn't make sense.
Maybe
Unless
there's.
there was just so many.
Yeah, they're
And
like. There's
how much do
nothing
they
she could
weigh?
do. What is she
the
gonna do?
tension is so tight on those wires.
Yeah,
I don't believe
and what is she gonna do? Run away with a bunch of bells and
it.
whistles behind her?
Literally, like, just
Yeah,
right behind
she's
her
gonna
flying.
get caught on the trees. She'll try to escape out the trees, and there's like cannons on her.
Yeah.
And then she'll choke herself.
It's like a
and then
car after a wedding when they have all those cans
Yeah,
attached, like the
exactly.
Good
strings.
reference.
That's her. If she ran.
Mhm.
Anyway, continue.
More rounds right in the butt. Is what I said.
Yeah, there was
My
like
next
10
Yeah, and Hanji.
10 spears right in the butt
this.
cheek.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
Hanji's
sure
like,
also that is hard to move when those are like right in your muscles.
Yeah,
and your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
ouch.
And she's like covering.
Her nape.
She's
yeah,
covering her nape, so her arms are stuck right here.
yeah.
True.
She can't move out of that position because they're just
And you
right
see
in her biceps.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
when you see it fire, you see it like go all the way through her foot.
Yeah, it threw her foot. So that's also why she can't move.
Okay. Like, what do you mean, through her foot into the ground?
Yeah, into the ground.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So
Okay, I
Yeah.
think.
The
Okay,
mechanics
so you
knew
are
what
a
they
little
were
smart,
doing.
Isayama.
You know,
Okay,
just a
I
little.
see you. I see you. And
And then is this when we get to Levi's speech when when
Yeah.
he's like on top of her
well,
head?
so they go to attack her hands, and
yeah.
she hardens them. To which then Erwin's just on like full assess mode. He's like, so if she's able to harden, has this hardening ability, but it like fades after a while, like how many swords could we break? Not enough. Let's just blast off her wrists. And then a soldier's like, but won't we kill the person on the inside? And he's like, I said blast off the wrists.
Yeah, why would... Who
You're not gonna
cares
get the
at
name-
this point? I mean, I guess they would want to, like, question her,
Whose
but...
side are you on, cadet?
Or just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Kill them all.
And so Levi's talking to the female Titan. Stop wasting our time. You killed good men and enjoyed it. There's a middle ground, but let me ask, can I cut your limbs off? Something like that. He's basically just like saying like, we're gonna get you.
He's kind of just like making her scared.
Yeah.
Or
And
I
he's
don't
also
know.
just like, you
Being a
killed
little
too
jerk.
many men. You deserved this. And
Yeah.
I'm going to make you suffer.
classic
and then
Levi.
she starts wailing.
Her eyes widen more than they are.
She goes, "Ah," and all the Titans come prancing into
When
her.
you're listening though, you can kind of hear the layers of like them recording that scream.
Mhm. And it's different in dubbed versus sub.
Maybe I'm
So
thinking of the one we listened to before this, so the subbed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
that
I
sounded
think that
cool.
it's probably per voice actor. They like match the Titan with the voice actor, you know?
Makes sense.
So she starts wailing. It's heard from everywhere, all like inside the forest, outside the forest. Then Mike, you know,
Oh,
with the
Mike.
nose. He
With
comes
the nose. The guy with the nose.
like no one
the
else has a nose.
sniffer.
The sniffer. He's like comes to everyone. He's like, they're coming, and he's like, which direction? All directions.
He's like,
He goes,
They're everywhere."
my nose can't handle it.
his nose starts bleeding.
That would be funny. They should have
That
done
would
that.
have been funny.
It was too serious of a scene to
Yeah,
do
I
that,
know.
though.
They need to add these comedic moments in the abridged version.
Yeah. That abridged only goes into episode 14. Maybe we
No.
need to do an abridged
No, we
version.
can't. We
for-
can't steal their idea.
Just
We
riff
should.
off
We need
of
to
it.
encourage them
Are
to
you
make
sure
more.
they haven't made any more?
I tried to find it. It was like 7 years ago. No, more than that.
Bring them back.
'Cause it was
Bring
in
them
the first
back.
season.
Yeah, they probably stopped.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
They had time. We see Mikasa and she's like, I'm gonna go in there. And Sasha's like, no, don't. It's the sound of a dying creature who knows it has nothing
I
to
know.
lose.
Sasha's like triggered by this.
And
They give an example
there's
of the creature
yeah,
in her brain memory,
being like a wolf.
which does well.
Do
Like,
wolves even do that
does that come up in a way?
later?
Maybe a little bit.
I don't know.
I
But
mean,
it's-
she's known to be a hunter, isn't she?
Well,
So,
yeah. So she would know. And
Yeah.
so what's funny is Mikasa and her in the subbed and the manga have this whole dialogue of like in the subbed and in the manga they have this dialogue of Sasha saying, I grew up in the mountains, like I know what this sounds like. And then Mikasa is like, I grew up in the mountains too. And Sasha's like, you were a vegetable farmer, it doesn't count. And I was like, that's funny. They don't say that in the dubbed, right?
That is no.
No,
They
like,
definitely didn't
I
say
feel
that.
like Mikasa's just
That's
being a
comedic
hard
right
butt.
there. That's comedic.
Yeah, she's
You are a vegetable farmer.
that's different. Like, what the heck?
Okay.
So Mikasa, or no. So Titans are starting to arrive, and so they start, Erwin's like, intercept them, like distract them, and the Titans go right past the people trying to distract them. They're ignoring the humans, and they go straight for the female Titans, start chomping after Levi like stylistically kills two Titans.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's all like doing all Sonic the Hedgehog, like he's all
He's
spinning
doing his
and stuff
spin.
like
He
that.
always does the spin.
It's
Spinny
his,
spin.
It's his trademark. It's the Levi special.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Best scene of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You're
So-
like, huh?
So Erwin then is like, shoot, well, you guys got to defend the female Titan. She's being eaten alive. And so he's horrified and he orders, you know what, everyone withdraw, return to the walls. And the scouts are just amazed as this rotting female Titan corpse is now steaming. And all the Titans are getting fat in their bellies because they just,
Yeah, and they're eating a Titan and not.
yeah.
Which they did that to Aaron.
True.
when Aaron was Titan.
But what's interesting is Levi. So Levi's pissed. And Erevin says, like, we were bested. She was prepared to make an enormous sacrifice. In the manga, I don't even think they say in the sub. In the manga, Levi sees Erevin smiling. And he's like, why are you smiling? And then Erevin says, she bested us. She was willing to make sacrifices that we weren't able to. It's almost like it's a game for him. Like this chess match of
It's not like that in the anime?
No, like they don't, I don't even think he's smiling, but they for sure don't acknowledge it. So I thought it was interesting. Because I do think that's like a key
It's
character.
like he almost like respects her in a way.
Yeah.
He's almost like,
I see.
you did what we didn't have the guts to do.
But what would their equivalent of the guts have been?
Know.
Just to kill her?
I guess.
Yeah. These are deep talks.
Well, yeah, because he probably thinks that that's killing her in the moment.
Yeah.
So he thinks that she's willing to die in this moment to forget everything or to just like forego the plan. So
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do that as scouts.
Boom.
Yeah. So Levi's pissed, but Aaron says, we need to get back without casualties, so let's move now. But Levi, go replenish your blades, because he starts seeing all the steam and he's got something little brewing. He's like, Levi, go replenish on your blades and your gas.
Well, he also, all of them try to start killing all of the Titans, and then he tells them to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
I almost blanked out for a second.
You were just caught up in the moment.
I was probably thinking of what next to say, you know?
So they're withdrawing. They're going to return to HQ. Everyone is relieved. It's even playing that like light little music and like the little banjo, you know?
The tiny violin.
Me, 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 me,
me.
Everyone is relieved. The squads think they found the identity of the female Titan. So being like Eld, Petra, Oro, Gunter, Aaron. And so Petra is like, this is all thanks to you, Aaron. Thanks for trusting us. Oreo says, the mission ain't over till we get home, but you did all right, kid. And
this guy, so annoying.
Classic. And then Eld outs Petra and Oro for saying, you guys have come a long way from pissing yourselves on your first mission. And Petra's like, what? Like in subbed and dubbed, they both scream in dismay. Like,
why would you say that?
Why would you say that? Yeah. And then, classic Oro tries to be like, whoa, I didn't do that.
Classic.
And then Eld is like, my pants have never been soiled. Same thing with Gunter. He's like, you guys got to stay focused on the task at hand. But by the way, Aaron, I never peed myself. Which is good and lighthearted. And famous last words.
Oh, gosh.
Because
that was his last words? No. He said,
his
hey,
last
who are you
words
over there
are like, huh? Captain Levi? Wait, that's not Captain Levi.
Who are you?
And then Gunther's head is Gunt gone.
I knew you were going to say something like that. I know you do well. Gunt gone.
But yeah, so then Erevin starts to hypothesize that the battle isn't over and that whoever was inside the female Titan could have prepared ODM and now could strike again, but be disguised as a scout. And thus, Gunter, thinking it's Levi, drops his guard down and
thinking that this person near them is Levi. Not that Levi's the one. That's the spy.
Correct. Yes. And then they come and they slice Gunter dead.
Gunter dead.
And then
is that what you wrote? Gunter dead?
I did put Gunter dead. And then sliced by disguised scout.
Who
End of
is
episode.
It? Who is it? Who do you think it is?
I'll never tell. Stay tuned for next week's episode.
Yeah, those who haven't seen it.
I forgot to tell them to subscribe.
You love to do it right before spoilers.
It's because I don't think about it until at the end.
We don't. Yeah, we don't. We really don't. Anyway, guys, follow our Instagram
and our Discord.
That's poppin'. And our TikTok. Because Tim makes great memes.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it, I think. That's all we got. And our YouTube. If you want to watch the videos, you can go on YouTube.
Yes.
But you don't really need to do that. Like, just listen to us.
Oh, Yeah, I mean both.
You need to look at us
I do
though.
podcasts via YouTube.
Tim actually only watches
Podcasts
on YouTube, which I've never done. But that's
my
because I
main-
drive
my
and
main-
listen to them
Yeah.
on 1.5 speed.
How many errands?
Oh, so 0. Wait. Oh gosh. Uno momento.
You gotta indicate.
Oh my gosh,
like,
where
what's
is it?
Right side up.
Yeah, I know. Death count 1. Mika's saying Aaron was 2, right? I think I wrote 1, but you said 2.
Yeah, I guess death count was 1, huh? Just Gunter.
Unless we
Yeah.
counted all those tie-ins, but we're not counting those.
No. Spoiler section.
Oh shoot! I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have just spoiled way too much with that.
No, definitely not at all. No one knows what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, going into the spoiler section. So if you haven't listened to the last very second of the whole, or watched to the whole, oh my gosh, I can't speak, to the last second of the entire series, please leave because we will spoil things for you and it will suck.
We're about to go.
And you
unhinged.
you want to see it. You know, you want to watch it.
You want to see it. Don't be that person who's like, I just want to know how it ends.
Don't, because it's
Don't.
not the same if we say it.
Go through the journey.
We can barely talk. Like you think that we're gonna say it correctly. See, I can't even
I don't even know what
say
she's
what
trying
I'm
to
trying
say.
to say.
So go watch it.
Go watch it. Don't listen to us tell you.
So, spoilers.
Spoilers. What were you about to say? That
That
Annie's
if we
possibly
do
the
count
one?
the Titans as being dead because those are dead people.
oh shoot.
Why
What if
haven't
we
we been counting?
What if we went
Dead
back
Titans.
and then we were like at the end of the series said all of the Titans that die, or
That'd
like
be a good little
had
bonus.
that
Except now
number?
we just told them.
dang it. Bleep that out, AJ.
You got it.
Okay. But I mean, we don't really have any spoilers.
Well, I mean, it's the whole scream and pulling the Titans.
Why does she have that ability? I
don't
thought that
know.
was just.
the Beast.
I thought that was just.
The Beast.
No, I don't think the Beast can.
Well,
do
because
that.
Aaron had that
Doesn't
ability
he signal
too.
everyone to turn into Titans?
Yeah, but that's because he has royal bloodline.
Oh, that's
why.
different.
That's why I assumed it was only people who
Yeah.
had royal bloodline have the ability to either call Titans or to form Titans. But
or the founding.
or the founding Titan. But Annie isn't related at all
Mm-hmm.
to either the royal bloodline or the founding Titan, but she has the ability to call Titans towards her direction.
But I feel like that's also kind of like her only power in a way. Like everyone
She
has
turned
like a
her
power.
hands into ice.
Aaron does that
Well, because
Okay,
he
so it's
learns
in-
it from her.
because he
Mm.
bites the armor.
I think-
vial.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah. Right? That's where he learns it from?
I think because he isn't able to harden.
He isn't
until
able to
does
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
Before that.
Mm.
I always found that strange because I was like, but I guess it's true because she doesn't have like,
So
I guess every Titan has like a secondary ability.
I
Bertold's
saw
super big, but he also
Yeah.
explodes when he turns into a Titan.
Well,
Is
so
that his ability?
I saw this.
Yeah, because that's what they use.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Arm
That's an
Titan. Yeah,
atomic
an
bomb.
atomic
They use Armin for that strategy, knowing that as soon as you turn into a Titan, it's a nuke goes
Yeah.
off.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rhina has the ability to have armor.
Yeah.
And then all the other Titans and Marley have abilities.
Yeah.
But it's like, what does the female Titan have? You could just
Super
fight really
cool
well.
combat. But
Yeah,
she like knew that though. She
Well,
knew that
she's right.
before. She
That's
already
right.
had combat.
That's why I was always confused. I was like, what is her real ability?
Yeah.
Do we need
I
to
guess
look
just
this
that
up?
screaming.
Can you look it up?
I
Yeah,
think
I
just
can.
the ability to draw,
Titans
Titans.
to her?
which they referenced a couple episodes ago, being that like she's the one who brought the horde of Titans once.
To kill that village? Or not the
yeah,
village,
once the colossal Titan kicked the initial hole in the wall, then she brought the horde of Titans into
but oh.
the city.
Oh.
But also, like, how do we know that? Because like people say that, like they say that in the manga, but like there was never any screech or something
Well, it's
that
an
like indicates.
explosion
that.
though.
Well, it says that skin hardening
Yeah.
and screaming, but this also says that the female Titan is one of the 9 Titans that possesses the ability to easily mimic the attributes of other Titans, which kind of seems just like a given. like they kind of just forgot what to give her, so they're like, oh, you get to copy other Titans.
But like, what does that even mean?
So it select like, because the hardening I feel like is part of like another Titan, right? Like, doesn't another Titan have that hardening power?
I think just
is it just Rhina?
Yeah, but he's like permanently hardened.
That's his like armor.
I guess so.
So
is it not that one that has the weird like sword?
The
thing?
the Warhammer.
Yeah, the Warhammer.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, well, I don't know if it's.
Dude, the Warhammer Titan is sick.
That
the
Titan's
sickest
crazy.
Titan that's only used for like 2 episodes.
I know. That's a cool Titan.
And then Aaron. That's the best fight scene. That's
it's
like
so
that
good.
one defeats all of the anime tropes.
See,
That's like the classic.
Once again, can't remember. Doesn't. What does he do?
He just as she's powering up, he like punches her in the face.
Oh my gosh!
It like defies all anime laws.
Yeah, like you're supposed to wait. That's not.
You're supposed
allowed.
to wait for the speech to be over.
Yeah.
And it's like, hell no.
You sly dog. You caught me monologuing.
There you
Somebody
go.
on Twitter.
you gotta make a meme with that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Somebody on Reddit said, "What is the female Titan's ability besides being female?"
Hold up.
They got a point.
That's the big difference.
Well,
she's a female Titan.
But shoot, what's her
Peak?
name? No.
Okay, so this is somebody says this. Annie's power, besides combat, is hardening from the Armor Titan, calling mindless Titan, most likely from Zeke or the Founding, enhanced stamina from the Cart Titan. I guess that's true. Because she can stay in her Titan for a very long time. Maybe special claws hardening from the Jaw Titan. And the Cocoon, which is from the Warhammer. So maybe that is it.
That
Wait, she
is
has all of those
insane.
abilities?
Yeah, she has
everyone's
abilities.
Yeah, so it's just she's able to
So
mimic.
she's the coolest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just has the ability to mimic
Oh,
or
so
take
mimic the other
mimic the other 9.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
not like
an
normal.
aspect of it.
Yeah, she gets to take a little bit of each person, but not to their full ability.
That is crazy, and I've never thought of
like, is that knowledge to everyone? Like, are we just dumb?
Like maybe they say that in the manga, maybe in like an infograph, but
No,
like I don't know.
I don't think
infographics.
I don't think the average person or
That's
kind
something
of
to piece
realize it
together.
because one, we don't get that much of the female Titan,
Mm-hmm.
but also at the same time we're getting so much other Titan content that we kind of forget like, oh,
What she's doing.
like we just label her as the female Titan,
Yeah.
but she's not the Armor Titan who's named after his ability, the Colossal Titan who's named after his ability.
That's true.
She's just the female Titan.
Yeah.
Wait, what does she have that the Cart Titan has?
Stamina.
Enhanced stamina. So
That's
the
why she
Cart
was
Titan.
sprinting for so long?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she can also stay in her Titan ability
Like
for weeks.
Oh, because the Cart Titan can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Cart
Peak.
Titan has a long enhanced stamina to stay in Titan form because other Titans can't do that.
Yeah, and can like get out of her a Titan and then retransform
That's
near
true.
endlessly.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, this episode actually demonstrates that because she was able to
leave
leave her body,
Uh-huh.
immediately is in scout gear and is ready to fight.
Yeah, but Aaron's
that why
able to
Peak's
do that too
Later
a little
on,
bit.
but that's Aaron. He's different.
Yeah. And he has like the power.
He's the
founding.
he's
Is that
the
why
attack
Peak
Titan.
is always tired?
Yes, because she spends so much time in her body that she forgets how to walk like a human.
Yeah.
Because she always looks like really tired, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense now. I get it.
Yeah.
She's EP.
What about the Jaw Titan?
It says that
She opens her
claws.
mouth too to like bite Aaron. Remember? Like 2 or 3 episodes from now, she's fighting Aaron, bites off his head, and then like bites him
bites his
and keeps
nape.
him in
Her mouth.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, hold up. The female Titan's the coolest
yeah,
one.
low key. I'm just
No.
like thinking about this because I didn't realize that
Yeah.
she had like this power.
She's pretty epic.
She's pretty epic. But the Attack Titan is for sure the coolest of the 9. That's another discussion entirely. Who's the
What
coolest
about
of the 9?
the Hammer Titan?
Warhammer. It's the Cocoon. that she goes in for pretty much the entire show.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
So,
spends
like,
the
the
most
last-
time
Literally
in that
In the
one.
cocoon.
That's why we know nothing about her, because
She's gone the whole show.
she's gone the whole show.
That's why maybe a lot of people don't know.
It's kind of a bummer too, because I feel like a lot of people even enjoyed like her, just Annie as a character, but also like as a Titan like ability, and she just also is kept away for like the
It
whole
almost
show.
seemed like a cop out
yeah.
when I was watching for the first time. I was
Because
like,
you're like, what's going?
I'm like, dude, we have Annie trapped in this tower forever, and it's like you're obviously going to use her as this Deus Ex Machina effect. Like,
Yeah.
she's going to come in at the end and save the day. But it's like, can we do something
Can
with
we
her?
learn-
Like, she's a cool character.
You get don't you get
Yeah.
some flashbacks though while she's like sleeping in the cocoon?
I think so. You get a little bit like of
Of
Marley,
yeah.
like a little bit of Marley time, but it's like
Yeah.
you still want that present.
Yeah. Dang, that is wild.
We just
I've
discovered
never
a new
thought
thing.
about that. But I did hear that like that's why like everyone's spinal fluid can give their powers or a version of their powers to whoever is injected with it. For example, Aaron, like he doesn't have the power of hardening, but then he takes some of the armor titan's spinal fluid because it says armor on it, and then from there he's able to harden. So then people are saying like even like Rod Rice and like why he was such a big Titan is because maybe the spinal fluid that he had was the colossal Titan spinal
Oh, that
fluid.
makes sense.
But
Yeah.
is that passed on though?
No.
Not
It's
like
not passed on.
Not
Unless
like
they
through
eat-
birth.
Unless they eat that. Wait, what do you mean?
Like, yeah, like the guy who possibly
Rice.
ate the colossal Titan? Is that passed on to the next person who takes his Titan? Being
Rod Rice?
doesn't it?
Armin eats Bertold.
Yes.
He becomes a colossal Titan.
Yeah, but you said that he was.
The spinal fluid, he consumes the spinal fluid
said
of the
he's the-
colossal Titan.
and you said he was a-
becomes huge.
Okay. That's
but he
it?
just
He's
stays a
not the
mindless Titan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
He's-
became this like giant nasty old centipede.
Yeah.
of-
Ew,
of a
that
Titan.
one?
Yeah.
That
That's like
one's
literally
gross.
slithering.
Yeah.
It's like his body's so big, its arms can't
But
hold
also,
it.
Yeah,
I'm not
makes
sure if I
sense.
believe that theory because he's also like, I shouldn't become a Titan. Like I'm not allowed.
Actually, I do now that you said
Right?
that. No, I believe it.
Oh, okay.
I believe it because when you see Aaron eat the Warhammer, he gets the Warhammer's abilities.
yeah.
So it's possible that by Rod Rice taking the spinal fluid and becoming a giant Titan, Aaron gets that. And then when it's at the end of the whole series, Aaron's that giant skeleton thing.
Yeah.
It's very much possible
Yeah.
that whatever's in the fluid makes the biggest Titan that is ever seen.
Yeah.
And whoever's in that fluid.
You're making some good points here.
And that's why Rod Rice was so big.
But then because a syringe is given to Levi, right, through Kenny, he like keeps a syringe with spinal fluid, and that's what they use to decide either who will eat Bertold, Erwin or Armin. And they have that whole debate because he has that syringe,
That's true.
which technically is the colossal blood if we're going with this theory, or the colossal fluid,
Mm-hmm.
and they use it on Armin and he eats the colossal.
That's true.
But he initially didn't become like giant.
Maybe it's just founding Titan.
Royal family.
Maybe
or
it's just
something.
royal family founding Titan
Yeah.
serum or whatever.
Yeah.
They got something in their genes that just makes you huge.
Yeah.
That could be true.
Something else could be in those genes that could be huge.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if we are wrong, let us know.
Okay, here's one
Oh,
thing that people can think about before we record our next episode. Maybe in the Discord, we'll bring it up. Okay.
Okay.
Casting a musical, not a musical,
A live action.
a live action of Attack on Titan. Who would play who? Tim already said Chris Evans, Erwin,
Kind of makes sense.
Captain America.
I think we all see that.
Yeah.
Okay. We could also give some other ideas, other people.
I think somebody said Channing Tatum for Rhina. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Maybe.
Kind of makes sense. Except how would you make him look like a kid?
A younger version of Channing Tatum.
Well, we can't go back in time.
No, like
we gotta use current people. Yeah, like step up.
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Who would play Armin?
Well, we gotta save
Tom
this.
Holland.
No, please.
Blonde
Tom Holland can stay away.
What, you don't like Tom Holland?
It's with the Timothy Chalamet thing we talked about a while ago. I've outed myself twice. Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet are on my like D tier of actors. Like them being in a movie makes me not really want to see it.
Spider-Man?
That's Spider-Man.
That's like his main movies, Tim.
Like bumps
what
him
other
up to
movie
A.
are we going to see with Tom Holland?
Uncharted.
No. No, we're not.
I wish I did, but then they cast Tom Holland. If they cast Tom Holland in this Legend of Zelda movie, I probably will still see it. But that's because it's similar to like Spider-Man situation.
But what if he's good in it? What if he is Link?
Yeah, what if he's good? Oh, Tim's gonna roll in his grave.
Okay, so then
if he's good.
So Timothy Chalamet can't play Levi in the live action.
No, he has to be short.
This is Tim's Attack on Titan.
That's true. We need a shorty.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to come up with our casting. Anyway, if you have any ideas, please let us know. We'll post it in the Discord. Join the Discord if you want to give your 2 cents on that.
And just for if you love Attack on Titan, be in the Discord. It's an Attack on Titan community. Enough said.
Be in it. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Next episode 21.
Is a good one.
Good one.
Death count is going up.
Buckle up.
Spoiler alert. Well,
we'll see you guys.
This is the spoiler section. So they die. They all die.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, buckle up. Episode 21.
See you then.
See you
next
then.
week.
Bye.